Hello everyone, good morning. Am I audible? Perfect. Okay. So let's begin with the session. Okay. So before that, I had given a couple of assignments yesterday, right? Okay. So first of all, what was the topic we discussed yesterday? We saw something called as method overriding, right? So what is method overriding here? Okay. So method overriding is nothing but the process of inheriting the method and changing the implementation of that specific method here. So we have to inherit that method and change the implementation of that particular method here. Okay. In order to achieve method overriding, okay, inheritance is mandatory. Without inheritance, we cannot inherit the method. Therefore, we cannot override it. Okay. So while overriding, the return type, the method names, and the argument should be same. And the access specifier can be same or of higher visibility, and the meaning of it, I'll tell you later. Okay. And then while overriding, I have told you, optionally, we can write something called as annotation override. Okay. It's an optional way of representing if a method is being overridden. Okay, that's it. And I had given you a couple of assignments, I believe. Okay. Probably many of you have submitted. Okay. And if you have not submitted here, okay, I just got time now. Okay. I just cross checked. Okay. So these are the students here who all submitted. Okay. So the first half, the first 11 candidates have submitted the assignment, whereas the remaining candidates have not submitted. Okay. So what was the reason here? Do you all take me for granted? Okay. Do you want me to show my the other version of myself? No, right? Okay. What was the small part I told you to submit assignment, right? So the first half of the candidates have submitted it. I at least before the session started, they all submitted. What about the remaining 8 candidates here? Okay. What was the reason you did submit the assignment here? Okay. Don't you want to get placed here? Okay. No responsibility, no seriousness. Okay. What is the question? Okay. So you question yourself. Okay. Why didn't you do the assignment here? You're not paying me extra. Okay. I'm getting paid. I'm more than happy. Okay. The reason I'm giving assignment is for your benefit, right? I don't get anything by giving assignments. Who will get benefited? It's you. I don't get paid extra if I give you assignments, if I don't give you assignments. Okay. The only reason is at least you will work on it, right? You'll open your laptop and you'll submit it. Correct? So make sure you submit. It's good for you. Okay. If no, ignore it. Okay. I don't care. Okay. So it's up to you to decide to submit it or not. Okay. So okay, the names which I have blocked here, they have not submitted it. If you're interested, you can do. If not, ignore it. Okay. Perfect. I'm done. Okay, I don't like screwing and all. Okay, what will I get by that? Okay, so now we will start with a new topic. Okay, with a new interesting topic here. Okay, something called as arrays. Okay, it's a very, very interesting topic which we are supposed to understand in today's session here. Got the clarity here? Okay, so perfect. So now here, what do you mean by an array? Okay, so first of all, let me tell you, we all are aware of variables, right? Okay, we know what is a variable, don't we? Okay, what is a variable? Variable is a container in order to store some data or information. Correct? What is a variable? It's just a container. In the container, we are trying to store some data or information. But how many objects or elements can I store here? At the maximum, I can store only one object or one element here. But now imagine there is a necessity wherein, okay, you have to store multiple objects. Okay, not one, not two. You have to store multiple objects here. Okay, in order to store multiple objects here, we cannot make use of variable. We have to come across something called as array. Okay, what is an array here? Array is a container wherein I can store a group of elements. Okay, group of elements. Got the clarity here? This is called as array and this is called as variable. I'll give the notes here, don't worry. Okay, but in simple terms, they'll definitely ask this question here. Okay, what is a variable and what is an array? So you'll tell it in a beautiful manner. Sir, variable is a container in order to store a single element. Okay, I can store only one object or one element. But if there is a necessity to store a group of objects or group of elements, I will come across array. Array is also a container in order to store a group of elements. Got the clarity here? This is all about it. Now, if you could closely observe, okay, if in interviews you'll definitely come across lot of logical questions such as searching, okay, and sorting, okay, and sorting. So searching like such as linear search, binary search, sorting such as bubble sort, selection sort, insertion sort. Okay. So in order to understand those particular topics here, array is the backbone. Okay. Without understanding arrays here, you will never ever work around with searching and sorting techniques. Okay. So in order to work around with logical questions, in order to search an element, okay, sort an element, elements here, you'll always come across something called as arrays here. Okay, now, so this is all about it. But whenever we talk about arrays here, it does have certain specifications here. What is the first specification, sir? Okay, array is always homogeneous in nature. What do you mean by homogeneous here? Homogeneous means we can store only similar type of objects. Okay, we cannot store different types of objects. If I'm trying to store, I can store only human being objects. Okay, I can store only employee objects. I cannot store donkey object, monkey object, employee object, student object. No, I can store only similar type of data. That is called as homogeneous. Second point, okay, array is always fixed size. Fixed size meaning it will neither increase its size nor decrease its size. It remains same. Array size is fixed. It is used to store a group of objects, right? But it is of fixed size. Okay. And then the last part here is, okay, and the last point which you are supposed to come across here is arrays are of indexed based. Okay. What do you mean by indexed based, sir? It means, each and every element in an array can be identified by unique index position. Okay. And the index position will always start from 0 here. Okay. See, I would have stored 1,000 elements in my array, but each element can be identified, okay, with the help of an index position. Okay. And the index position will always start from 0 here. Okay. So these are the certain things which we are supposed to understand when it comes to array concept here. Got the clarity? It's a very simple and logically, okay, scrutinizing topic. It's a very easy topic. Okay. So first of all, what is an array? Sir, it's a container in order to store a group of elements. Perfect. What are the specifications, sir? It is homogeneous in nature, it is of fixed size, and it is index based. And the index position will start from 0. That's all about arrays here. Okay. This is all about it. But now we have to understand how do we create an array and what are the different aspects of it. Okay. So slowly, we'll try to understand each and every syntax. Okay. So the first syntax which I will be doing here is, okay, we will understand something called as array declaration. Okay, declaration. Okay, this is our first syntax. Okay, array declaration. How do we declare an array, sir? Okay, I will tell you. Okay, the syntax. Okay, syntax is data type. Okay, followed by brackets. Okay, and we have to give the array name. Okay, we have to give the array name and terminate using semicolon. This is how we are supposed to declare an array here. Okay, so I'll give you a couple of examples here. Okay, now I want to store, okay, a student has scored some marks here in his examination, correct? He will have 3 subjects, imagine Java, Python, SQL. Okay, so he has scored respective marks. I want to store the student marks here. Okay, so the data type will be int. Okay, brackets meaning it's an array, and array name is marks here. Okay, array name is marks. I have just declared an array. So what did you understand here? Sir, marks is an array which can store multiple int values. Okay, integer array of marks, meaning marks is an array which can store multiple int values. But I haven't told, okay, how many values yet. I've just told, oh, marks is an array. That's it. Similarly, I will talk about one more syntax. I mean, one more example. Okay. Double array. How will you create a double array? Double array. If you don't write this brackets here, it's not an array. Double array, and you will give the array name. Array name is A. You can give any array name. So I'll just give it as A here. Okay. Now we are done with array declaration. Okay. This is how we are supposed to declare an array. So if we know declaration, the second syntax is array creation. What is the second syntax which we have to come across? The second syntax is array creation. Okay. So how do we create an array, sir? Okay, we have to understand in a beautiful manner. Again, we have syntax. We have to just understand the syntax. Therefore, everything will work automatically. So we have to give the array name equals to. When I tell create an array, we are creating an array object internally. So we have to make use of new data type. Okay. And then data type. And then we have to give the size mandatorily. Why? Because array is of fixed size. So we have to pass the size mandatorily. So therefore here syntax number one. So first it's always declaration and then it is initialization. So declaration. Declaration is done, no? Now I want to initialize. Marks is the array name equal to. New is how we create an object, array object internally. What is the type of array I need to create? Integer array, and it is asking me the size. And I will give the size as 3 here. Now carefully observe, okay, carefully observe what is happening over here, okay. One program you understand. When I tell new, okay, an array is getting created internally. What is getting created internally? An array is getting created internally. And what is the size of the array? 3, meaning there are 3 blocks or 3 cells or 3 buckets available. Okay, there are 3 cells or 3 blocks or 3 buckets available. We call it as a bucket as well. Okay, and this is an integer array. Therefore, the default value for int is 0. So therefore, an array will get created of size 3. Since it is an integer array, the default value 0 will get allocated. Okay, and what is the name of the array? It is marks. The name of the array is marks here. And then the index position will always start from 0, 0, 1, 2 here. Got the clarity? So what is this? New meaning an array got created of size 3. And since it's an integer array, the default value 0, 0, 0 will get stored here. And what is the name of the array? Marks. So what is marks? Marks is an integer array, meaning it is storing multiple int values. That's the data type. That's an array declaration. Clear? Similarly, I can also use the second syntax. Okay, the second example. A is the array name equals to new. What is the type of an array I need to create? Double and of size 4. I want to create an array, double array of size 4. So now internally what will happen again? It's a beautiful process. When I tell new, sir, an array is getting created. What is getting created? Array. Okay, now. And what is the size of the array? 4. Meaning there are 4 blocks which is getting created. How many blocks or how many buckets are getting created? 4 buckets are getting created. And what is the data type here? Double. Meaning the default value for double is 0.0. Okay, the default value for double is 0.0. So it is storing 0.0. Okay, an array got created internally, and new meaning an array got created internally of size 4, which is a double array. So the default value 0.0 will get stored. And what is the name of an array? A. So A is a double array storing multiple decimal values. Okay, and the index position will always start from 0. 0, 1, 2, 3 here. So this is how we have to understand, okay, array declaration, okay, and array creation here. So first half is declaration and the second half is creation here. Got the clarity here? So now the next question here is, sir, is it possible to declare and create an array together? Here we are doing declaration separately creation separately. But is it possible to do it in a single line, sir? 101% possible. How can we do it, sir? I will do it now. See, syntax number 3. The syntax number 3 is array declaration, okay, and creation in a single line. Array declaration and creation, we are doing it together here. Is it possible? 100% possible, okay. But how can we do it? So let me give you the syntax, okay. Let me give you the syntax so that you can all understand in a beautiful manner. So I have the syntax, and over here, okay, what will I do, so the syntax is data type, okay, brackets. If I don't write brackets, it becomes a variable. So I have to give the array name equals to new and data type, and mandatorily, okay, I have to pass the size. If I don't pass size, again it's an error. Why? Because array is fixed size. So if you could closely observe, this is an example for declaration and creation. The first half is declaration. See, data type brackets array name is declaration, and the second half is array creation. So we are combining both the syntaxes together, okay, declaration and creation here, okay. So can we see one example over here? Okay, yes, absolutely, why can't we? Okay, see here, I will create an array. See, integer array a equals to new integer array of size 4, okay, of size 4. So now internally what is happening? Okay, internally when I tell new, an array is getting created. What is getting created? An array is getting created. And what is the size of the array? 4, meaning 4 buckets are getting created, meaning 4 blocks of code is getting created. Since it's an integer array, the default value is 0, 0, 0, 0. And what is the array name? It's A. So the array name is A, and that's an integer array. Okay, A is an integer array. Okay, now, so the index position will always start from 0, 1, 2, 3. This is all about the entire process. Similarly, can we create one more array? Why can't we do it? No. So similarly, second example. Okay, now string array of names. I'm going to create an array names, okay, which is a string array because I'm trying to store multiple names of employees, equal to new, okay. I will give the array type as string only and the size as 3. I want to store only 3 values here. Got it? This is all about it. Now again, when I tell new, okay, what is happening internally? An array is getting created. Okay, what is getting created? Array is getting created. And what is the size of the array? 3. So meaning 3 cells or 3 buckets will get created. And this string. So what is the default value for string here? If you could closely observe, the default value for string is null. Correct? No, the default value is null. Null will get stored. And what is the name of an array? The name of the array is names here. Got it? And the index position is, it will always start from 0. It is 0, 1, 2. That's it. I hope you all got the clarity about, okay, how do we declare and create an array without any problems here. You can declare and create in a single line. And the next syntax is, sir, we know how do we create an array, but we have to initialize the elements as well. So the next syntax is array initialization. How do we initialize an array? Very, very simple syntax we have. Okay, the syntax goes like this. Syntax, okay, I have to give the array name, okay, array name of the index position equal to some kind of value. Okay, I have to give this respective data here. This is all about the entire process. Okay, now look at this example. A of 0 equals to 10. What did you understand? Sir, common sense that assigning will always happen from RHS to LHS. So the value 10 over here is getting assigned into a array called as A in index position 0. Meaning Meaning, what did you understand here? This is nothing but a of 0. This is nothing but a of 1. This is nothing but a of 2. And this is a of 3 here. So when I tell 10, okay, when I tell 10, 10 is getting stored into index position 0 of which array? Of array A. So the value 10 over here is getting initialized into 0 here. I mean in the 0th index position. Similarly, when I tell a of 2 equals to 20. So what is happening? The value 20 is getting stored into index position 2 of which array? A. A of 2. So this is A of 2. Here the value 0 was there, that is getting reinitialized to 20. Similarly, if I tell names of 1 equals to Tom, is it valid? No. Compiler will slap me nicely. Why? Hey, Tom is a set of characters. Enclose it within double quotes. So Tom is getting stored into index position 1 of which array? Names. So what is happening? Names of 1, okay, is getting initialized to Tom here. Okay, so this is names of 0, names of 1, names of 2. Got it? So this is how we are supposed to understand declaration, creation, how do we do it together, and then how do we initialize an array as well. So that way it becomes a very simple process which we are going to talk about. Got it? So don't you think so it's easy? But we are all supposed to do it practically. Okay, that is when we'll all get the clarity here. So we know all of those. But there's one small process as well. Okay, the last syntax for the day. Okay, this is syntax number 5. What is it, sir? How can we declare an array directly? Array initialization. Okay, array initialization directly. So all this while, what was I doing here? I was declaring it separately, creating it separately, and I was initializing it also separately. But is it possible to do it in a single line? Can I do everything in a single line here? Absolutely possible. So how can we do it, sir? I will tell you. We have a beautiful syntax. Okay. The syntax is data type. We know the declaration part, don't we? Okay. Data type, brackets. We have to give the array name. Okay. Equal to. Okay. And terminate using semicolon. Within this, open curly braces, close curly braces, and I have to enclose the values directly. Value v1, v2, v3 till value vn. So I can have n number of values here automatically. So now example number 1. See, integer array A equals to open curly braces, close curly braces, and I am trying to store 10, 20, 30 separated by comma. So now internally what will happen? An array will get created. Okay, an array will get created and it is automatically going to store 10, 20, 30. It is going to store 10, 20, 30. Okay, now. So what is the name of the array? The name of the array is A, 0, 1, 2, and this is nothing but A of 0, this is nothing but A of 1, and this is nothing but A of 2. So what is happening? A is an array which is storing multiple int values and the values are enclosed automatically. So I'm directly initializing the array elements here. Okay, so this is called as array initialization directly. If not, I had to create an array and I had to initialize it separately. But in this particular example, what is happening? I am trying to initialize an array automatically. Okay, so this is all about it. Now, if I want to calculate the length of an array, right? Okay, I have one variable keyword called as length keyword. We have a predefined keyword called as length keyword, which we can use it on array. So A is the array name, no? So when I tell A dot length, okay, it's a predefined keyword. Length is a predefined keyword. When I tell A dot length, it will give me the length. What is the length? 10, 20, 30. So how many objects are stored? 1, 2, 3. So it will return an int value called as 3 here. Got it? Similarly, if I just tell A is an array. So when I tell A dot length, okay, it will return me the value called as 4. Why? What is the array size here? Array length is 4. See, 1, 2, 3, 4. It will return 4. You might tell, sir, the index position is starting from 0. Huh, it's fine. But what is the length here? What is the size here? It's 4. But the index position will always start from 0 here. This is all about arrays here. Okay, so there's no complications over here. It's just a simple part which we need to understand. Got the clarity here? Okay, so what is an array? It's just a container to store a group of elements. Okay, and what are the specifications of array? It is homogeneous in nature, it is fixed size, and it is index based. And we saw a couple of examples for declaration and creation. Okay, and then declaration and creation together, I mean initialization together, and we also saw a keyword called as length, which is used to calculate the length of an array. And then finally we spoke about something called as declaration and creation and initialization, all this. So whatever we have seen now theoretically, okay, we have to see it practically. That is wherein you will have loads of confidence here. Okay, so now let me execute it first, and then let us check, okay, if at all you have any questions here. Okay, so don't worry about it. Let us try to do it in a beautiful program. Okay, so now on Eclipse here, okay, so now create new. Okay, I will create a Java project. Okay, Java project. Next, okay, the project name is Array Programs. Okay, Array Programs. Done. I created a project called as Array Programs. Under that there is src. src is called as source, the root directory. Right click on source, new, and I have to create a package. So you can give any package name. I just give the package name as, com. Okay, done. So project got created, package got created. What is the next step? Class. Again, click on com, control N, shortcut key. Create a class. Class name, I just give it as demo. Yeah. And we know the meaning of each and every terminologies as of now, right? I'll have my main method wherein the execution will begin from. Correct? Now here, let me first syntax is, okay, array declaration. Declaration. Okay, now. So now here guys, okay, so let me talk about this array declaration syntax. See here, now when I tell int a, what do you understand here? When I tell int a, it will behave as variable declaration. A is a variable which can store a single int value. This is variable declaration. But array, you have to just add one bracket. Now it will become an array. So A is an array which can store multiple int values. So that's a minute difference which we have to see. See, this is a variable. Int A is a variable. But integer array A, now it's an array. Okay, now this is an integer array. Now I have to create an array. How will I create? Array name equals to new integer array of size 3. Okay, so this is an syntax of array creation here. Okay, what is the syntax for? This is the syntax for array creation. Okay, done. Okay, great. Okay, so we had done array declaration and array creation. Now here I want to print array elements. Okay, printing array elements. Okay, in order to printing array elements. So how will I do it here? I will have multiple print statements. A of 0. Okay, similarly I can have n number of print statements over here. 1 and 2. Okay, because I have created an array of size 3, no? So 0, 1, 2. Okay, so now when I execute the program here, look at the output here. I'll get 0, 0, 0. Why? Because we all know, right? The default value is always 0 for an integer array. So that's the reason here I'm getting it as 3 zeros. Why? Because the size of an array is 3. Now, I want to initialize within an array. Okay, I want to initialize it within an array. How will I initialize it within an array? Sir, simple, sir. So you have to just write, okay, wait. This is array initialization. Let me write down the syntax as array initialization. Okay, what is array initialization? How does it happen? See, a of 1 equal to 20, a of 2 equal to 40. That's it. After that, okay, let me print the values again. Okay, let me print the values again here. So let us see what is the output what we are getting over here. Okay, so now when I execute it, look at the output what I get here. See, initially it was all zeros. I have initialized 20 in index position 1 and 40 in index position 2. So in index position 1 it's 20 and index position 2 it's 40. Whereas in index position 0 it's still 0 only because I'm not yet initialized with any data. If at all you want to initialize, you can do it. A of 0 equals to, you can write it as 10. Okay, so now when I execute it, I will be able to get my expected output here. Got the clarity? So this is how we are supposed to understand, okay, just the basic things, okay, just the basic things of working around with declaration, creation, okay, and how do we print array elements here and how do we initialize them as well, okay. So this is all about the declaration part, okay. Similarly, we can also talk, okay, we can also talk about declaration and creation together, okay. How can we do it? I'll do it over here, okay, just a moment, okay. So here I'll try to do it, okay, in the same program itself. See, if I want to declare and create it together, okay, so see here I'll tell array declaration, okay, declaration and creation together, okay. So how will I do it here? See, double array of whatever name you want, x equals to new double array of, I have to give the size mandatorily. I give the size as 4, okay, the size is 4. So now when I try to, terminate using semicolon, and if I want to print the content, I have to always tell this guys, okay, x of 0. Don't you think it's a tedious task here? If I have 4 array elements, I should have 4 print statements, which is a very, very, very tiresome job. Okay. But now I don't have a choice as well. As of now, I don't have a choice as well as of now. But I'll tell you how to do it in an efficient way. So when I execute it, did I get the expected output as 0, 0, 0, 0? Yes, I'm getting that output. But now here, I want to reinitialize here. Okay, how will I do it here? X of 0 equals to, again over here it's a tedious process, 1.2 x of 1, okay, it is nothing but what, x of 1, it's nothing but 3.4, x of 2, it's nothing but 5.6, x of 3, it's nothing but 7.8. That way, after this, when I try to print this array elements, no, it would have got reinitialized to those respective values here without any problems here. It would have got initialized. See, now when I execute it, look at the second half of the program here. This would have got initialized successfully. So we have seen, okay, 4 programs here. Okay, four syntax: declaration, creation, declaration and creation, and then how do we print it as well as reinitialize array elements here. And if you want to calculate the length of an array, okay, if you want to calculate the length of an array, you can do this here. See, length, what is the array name? X dot length here. So when I tell x dot length, it is giving me an integer value, returning the length of an array. What is the length of an array here? It is 4. Am I getting the length of an array as 4 here? Absolutely. So this is how we are supposed to understand how do we work around with arrays here. It's a very, very, very simple part which we are supposed to understand. Okay. So these are the different aspects. But now we are supposed to understand the efficient way. What is it, sir? Now if I initialize my array elements, no, I have to print it with the help of SOP statement, which is a tedious task. Don't you think so here? If I have 10 array elements here, will I have 10 print statements? Absolutely no. So now what can I do here? Okay, I'll tell you here, okay. So I'll have a test class, okay, and I'll have my main method wherein the execution will always begin from. So here in here, integer array A equals to 10 comma 20 comma 30. So what am I doing here? I am directly initializing into an array. Okay, now. But now if I want to print it, I have to tell A of 0. Similarly, I have to do it how many times here? Several times here. Okay. So this is very, very tedious task for me. Okay. To make it efficient, what can I do here? See, now when I execute it here, I'll have the output 10, 20, 30. There were only three elements. I had three print statements. If there are 1,000 elements here, will I have 1,000 print statements? Absolutely no. So I have to make it efficient. How will I make it efficient? Okay, I have to make use of for loop. Okay, what is the job of for loop? As I told you here, for loop is used for traversing purpose as well. It is used to repeat a set of instructions and traversing purpose as well. Therefore, what am I supposed to do over here? Okay, I have to make use of a for loop. How, sir? I will tell you. Right. Now, closely observe. Okay. Now, guys, when I tell int, okay, it means non-decimal value. Brackets. Oh, it's an array. A, array name equals to, open curly braces close, 10 comma 20 comma 30. So what happened here? It simply means an array got created. It simply means an array got created with the value 10, 20 and 30. Okay, an array got created with the value 10, 20, 30. And what is the array name? A. Index position 0, 1, 2. And how do you fetch 10? A of 0. How do you fetch 20? A of 1. How do you fetch 30? A of 2 here. That's it. Now, in order to print, I can tell SOP, A of 0, A of 1, A of 2, print statement. But that's not a good job. Okay, that's not the efficient way of doing it. So therefore, I will make use of a looping statement. That is nothing but for loop in my particular scenario. I will make use of one for loop. Okay. Now you have to closely observe one program here, because if you understand this program, it becomes very easy. Concentrate. Okay. Now if I have to fetch 10, what is the index position? 0. So I will make sure I will initialize a variable to 0. Why? Because I have to fetch 0, meaning I'll fetch 10. The index position is 0 in order to fetch the first element. So I'll initialize it to 0. Now here I have to traverse it till 2. So I should be lesser than 3, or I should be lesser than or equal to 2. Any of the options is fine. Correct? No, see, 0 is lesser than 2, 1 is lesser than 2, 2 is lesser than or equal to 2, or 2 is lesser than 2, 3 here. So I can either make use of the first logic or the second condition. But both are hard coding. If I directly write it as I lesser than or equal to 2, it becomes hard coding. Okay, hard coding meaning I'm directly writing the values here, and it will work only for 3 elements. But I need to calculate dynamically. How will I calculate dynamically? So the same thing, I can write it as I lesser than. Array name is A dot length. So when I tell I lesser than 3, I is lesser than A dot length. What is A dot length? 3 only. Similarly over here, I can write it as I is lesser than or equal to A dot length. When I tell A dot length, it will return 3. 3 minus 1, it's nothing but 2 here. So the same thing I got, I lesser than or equal to 2. So definitely do not hard code it here. Rather, you have to write it as I is lesser than A dot length over here. Got the clarity? And slowly 0 to 1 plus 1, 1 to 2 plus 1. There is a gradual increment of 1. So I'll write it as I plus plus. Got it? Perfect. Done. Now in order to print it, I will tell system.out.println. I have to write it as A of I, because I value is the one who's changing. Correct? Now concentrate here. First, initialization will happen. So I will get initialized to 0. Next, I check the condition. Is I lesser than, okay, A dot length. That is nothing but is I, that is 0, lesser than 3? Yes, it is true. Control will come inside. A of I, meaning A of 0, because I value 0. A of 0 meaning 10. So 10 will get printed. After 10 is printed, the control will go to the update part. I plus plus. So I value will get incremented by 1, and then again I have to check the condition. Is 1 lesser than 3? Yes, true. Control will come inside. A of I, meaning A of 1. What is A of 1? 20. 20 will get printed. Again, it goes back to I plus plus. I plus plus meaning I value will change from 1 to 2. So again, check the condition. Is 2 lesser than 3? Yes, true. Control will come inside. So A of I, that is nothing but A of 2. What is A of 2? 30. So 30 will get printed and it will go to the update part, I plus plus. Now I value will become 3. Check the condition again. Is 3 lesser than 3? No, stop it, stop it. I have successfully traversed the array elements. 10, 20, 30 will get printed. Got the clarity? So this is how, in order to fetch the array elements or traverse the array elements, I have to always make use of looping statements. That is when you all will make sure you will create a definite good program here, efficient program. Don't make use of print statements, 1000 print statements. So what am I supposed to do? For int I equals to 0, I is lesser than, you can directly write it as 3, but it becomes hard coding. Okay, see here, if I just write it as this out, A of I. Okay, it will definitely work fine, guys. It will definitely work fine. See, I'll get it. What if I increase the size here? 40, 50, 60. Now what will happen here? It will still print only 3 elements only. But if I just write it as a dot length, it will be dynamically, it will calculate. See, 60. If I decrease the size to 50, it will print 50. See, if I decrease the size here, it will work fine because always it will calculate the length. If I hard code it as 3, okay, hard coding, we tell it as hard coding, it will work only for that respective part. Okay, it will not work for later part. So this is how we are supposed to traverse the array elements in a beautiful manner. So I hope you all understood how do we work around with it. See, print statements, not efficient. So this is traversing the array elements in forward direction. How can we traverse those array elements in forward direction? Got it. Similarly, sir, is it possible to traverse array elements in reverse direction, sir? Why can't we do it? 101% we can do it. Okay. Now you apply common sense and you have to tell me the data here. Okay, now. So now here, uh, I'll do it. See here, guys. If I have an array, okay, now you have to tell me. I'm not going to answer. Okay, now you tell me. 10, 20, 30. This is my array. Okay, now this is my array. A, 0, 1, 2. This is A of 0, A of 1, and this is A of 2. Okay, now I want to traverse it in reverse direction. So I want for loop. Okay, I want it in reverse direction. Can you tell me what will be the logic here? Okay, I have to initialize my I value for sure. But what will be my I value? Okay, I have to initialize in I equal to 2. Why? Because I want to fetch 30, no? So my I value should be equal to 2. But I directly, I cannot hard code it to 2. I told you no hard coding. Okay, try to avoid it. So how will I do it here? Think and tell me. Think, guys, everyone. I want the answers from everyone. Think and tell me. Very good, very good, very good. Sir, I can tell I equals to a dot length. When I tell a dot length, sir, I will get 3. But 3 minus 1, it will return 2. So therefore, I should be a dot length will return 3. 3 minus 1 is 2 here. Great. And then I see 2, 1, 0. I'm going in reverse order. 2 minus 1, 1. 1 minus 1, 0. So there is a gradual decrement of 1. So it's I minus minus. Very good, guys. I appreciate your response. Okay. Now here, this is the right way. I want to fetch 30, 20, 10 in reverse order. 30, 20, 10. So I have to point to 2 in order to get 30. Then I want to fetch 20, then 10. So it is gradually decrementing by 1. So 20, 2, 1, 0. Okay. Now what will be the condition over here? What will be the condition over here? So the condition will be, see, 2 is greater than 0, 1 is greater than 0, and 0 is equal to 0. Correct? No? 2 is greater than 0. 1 is greater than 0 and 0 is equal to 0. So I should be either greater than or equal to 0. Got it? And I have to print a of I here. Aste, very, very simple. Okay, see, what is my I value? A dot length minus 1. Okay, it will become 3 minus 1 is 2. Is 2 greater than or equal to 0? Yes, control comes inside. A of 2. 30 will get printed. Control goes back. I minus minus. I will become 1. Check the condition. Is 1 greater than or equal to 0? Yes. A of 1. What is A of 1? 20. 20 will get printed. Control goes back to I minus minus. Now it will become 0. Check the condition. Is 0 greater than or equal to 0? Yes, true. Comes here. A of 0. What is A of 0? 10. Goes back. Minus minus. So I value will become minus 1. Is minus 1 greater than or equal to 0? No, stop it. You have successfully traversed it in reverse order. Got it here? So now, in order to traverse the array elements in forward direction, you'll make use of this syntax, and the reverse direction, you'll make use of the other syntax. So I'll tell int I equals to a dot length minus 1 because I want to point to the last index position. But length minus 1 will be the last index position because I am starting my index position from 0. And then I greater than or equal to 0 and I plus plus. Okay. So this is what we are supposed to understand. When I try to print it, I will definitely be able to get the data here. Oh, I'm so sorry. I did some mistake. What is that mistake? A dot length equals to 1 here. Okay, minus 1. I is greater than or equal to 0 and I have written it as I plus plus. So I have to write it as I minus minus. So now when I execute it, did I get the expected output here? Yes, very good. Okay, got the clarity here. But what is the problem, sir? I'll tell you here. What if you give it as I plus plus? There is some logical mistake. No compile time error. See, compilation error will occur only when I get syntax error. Okay, see. What is I value? I is a dot length minus 1. 3 minus 1, 2. I value is 2. Is 2 greater than or 0? Yes. A of 2 is 30. Will get printed. I plus plus meaning it will become 3. Is 3 greater than or equal to 0? Yes. A of 3. What is A of 3 here? There is no index position called as 3. That's the reason here I get an exception. See, what is that exception? Array index out of bound exception, meaning there is some kind of a problem and the problem is occurring due to the index position 3. And which line number? Line number 24. Okay, so that way we are getting an exception here. What if I give it as lesser than? What if I give it as lesser than? Again, I value is 2. Is 2 lesser than or equal to 0? No, the control will never ever get inside the loop only. See, am I getting it here? No, the condition is wrong. That's the one of the major reason here. Whenever you get a logical program, always trace down the program. Once you trace down the program here, you will have so much of clarity here. Okay, that is what I tell always, trace a program. Tracing. So this is what is called as tracing. Okay, how did we understand the flow? This is called as tracing. You just need to trace a program in order to get the flow here, identify the flow here. Okay, this is all about arrays and a few examples here. Got the clarity here? As of now, anyone having any queries here? Okay, any questions as of now here? Quickly tell me here. Any questions, guys? Any questions, anyone? Yeah. Okay. So there's one question here. Okay. So now, sir, the requirement is, sir, array declaration and initialization is sufficient enough here. Okay. Why do we require array creation, sir? Okay. In simple terms, it means, okay, sir, I could use this syntax here. But why do I require the previous syntax, sir? Why do we require creation syntax, sir? Okay. Now I'll tell you here. What if you have to accept the values dynamically? How will you accept it dynamically? So here 10, 20, 30, I have hard coded it. Directly I wrote 10, 20, 30. What if you have to accept it from the user at runtime? from the user. Hey, enter 10 elements, enter 20 elements. Now what will you do? You have to first create an array, no? Okay, that's the reason. You'll understand that flow also. Okay, what is the importance of it? You will definitely get along with it. Don't worry. Okay, now how do we accept dynamic input? All those we will see in the coming session. I don't want to confuse you all just today. Okay, now I'll teach you. Don't worry. Okay. So now here, let me do one small logical program here. Okay. What is that logical program, sir? I want you all to, okay, calculate, calculate sum of n array elements. Don't you think so? It's very easy. Sum of n array elements. Okay, now, sir, what is the meaning of it, sir? What is the meaning of it, sir? I will tell you here. See, you will have an array. Integer array A equals to, you will have 10, comma 20, comma 30. Correct? You will have three elements. I want you to calculate the sum of those three elements here. What is the sum of those three elements? 10 plus 20, 30, 30 plus 30, 60. I want you to calculate it. How, sir? Simple. See, A is an array which is storing 10, 20, 30. Okay, let me create an array. An array got created with the value 10, 20, 30. Correct? 0, 1, 2. A, this is A of 0. This is A of 1. A of 2. Correct? Now, if I want to calculate the sum of n array elements, okay? So first I have an array. I want to calculate the sum. How will I calculate the sum, sir? I will initialize one variable called as sum to 0. Okay? Why? Initially the sum is 0. Okay? I have no idea. I have not added anything. So it is 0. Okay, now I want to fetch one by one, one by one. I want to fetch the array elements 10, 20, 30, one by one, one by one. I want to traverse it. That's the reason I will have one for loop. Okay, I will have one for loop for traversing. Okay, if I want to fetch 10, the index position is 0. Int I equals to 0. Now till the last element I need to traverse. So I should be lesser than a dot length, meaning I should be lesser than 3. 0 lesser than 3, 1 lesser than 3, 2 lesser than 3. Simple. And it is incrementing. 0 to 1, 1 to 2, it's incrementing. Gradual increment. But what is the logic here for adding here? Any idea? Sir, sum equals to sum plus a of I. Sir, what is the meaning, sir? I didn't understand. Don't worry. See here. Step number 1. I value will get initialized to 0. Correct? Step number 2. Is 0 lesser than 3? True. Control will come inside. What is sum? Initially 0. 0 plus a of I. What is a of 0? 10. What is 0 plus 10? 10. 10 will get stored into sum. So the sum value has become from 0 to 10 because I have added the first element. So first 10 element is added. Then here the control will go back to I plus plus. Now the I value will become 1. From 0 it became 1. Then slowly it will check the condition. Is 1 lesser than 3? Yes, it's true. Again the control will come inside. What is the sum here? 10. Because I've added 10 previously. So container is storing 10. 10 plus, meaning the previously added value, plus a of 1. What is a of 1? 20. So the a of 1 is 20. 10 plus 20? 30. 30 will get stored into the same variable. So here it will become 30. After initializing, the control will go back to I plus plus. I plus plus meaning I value will become 3. And then check the condition. Okay. Is 2 lesser than 3? Yes, true. Control will come inside. What is sum now? 30 plus a of 2. What is a of 2? 30. See? A of 0, a of 1, a of 2. 10, 20, 30. And I'm adding with the previous. 30 plus 30? 60. So the sum value will become 60. After that, the control will go back. I plus plus. Now if I check I plus plus, I value will become 3. Now I check the condition. Is 3 lesser than 3? False. I am done. It's false. Meaning stop. So what is the sum value? The sum value is 60. So I have to just print the print statement. SOP sum. I have to just print it. Got the clarity? So this is all about the working, how do we work around with the data here? Okay. So how do you calculate the sum of n array elements here? Okay. So let me, try to do it in a separate way. Okay, I'll differentiate it. I'll do it over here. Okay, see here, I will have an array. Okay, see, integer array a data, will take data equals to 10, comma 20, comma 30, comma 40, comma 50. So I have so many array elements. I want to calculate the sum of those array elements. So I'll have one variable also, sum, who is going to add all the data. One for loop for traversing. Okay, int I equals to 0, I lesser than data dot length. Why? Because the array name is data now. It's not always a. Okay, I plus plus. Okay, and what is the logic here? Sum equals to sum plus a of I. Actually speaking, we can write it as sum plus equal to a of I as well. Don't you think so? Is it possible? Absolutely. Assignment operator. Okay, we understood this few days back. Assignment operator. Clear? So now when I try to print the sum, you will get the output here. See, sum, just a moment, sum plus sum here. If I try to print the sum here, you'll be able to get the data here. Oh, I'm so sorry here. There is some mistake because it's data of I. I'm so sorry. Okay, so it's data of I. So did I get the output as 150 here? Yes. Okay, so again, I'm just obsessed with the letter A. Okay, so always I make use of A, no? So I'm just used to it. Okay, so this is all about it. For the clarity, you have an array called as data and you had sum. So you're working around with an array called as data, not A. So data. So this is all about it. So when I execute it, we will definitely get the expected output here. For the clarity here, okay, this is all about. Very good. Okay, so program has been sent. Okay, in the WhatsApp, I mean the chat box. Good. Now, how will you calculate the average, guys? How will you calculate the average? Sir, simple, sir. Okay, the average is nothing but, okay, the average is nothing but what? Okay, in order to calculate the average here, so you have to just make use of one data. What is it? Sum divided by data dot length here. Correct? No, don't you think so? It's very, very simple here. When I tell sum here, it's data dot length here. So now when I executed, look at the output here. The average is 30. Sum is 150. 150 by data dot length 5. It is nothing but 30 here. Okay, very good. Okay, this is all about the content of understanding. Okay, what is an array here? Got it here? This is all about the process of understanding arrays here. Okay, now we have completed arrays here, but I have one small interview question. Okay, now I want to do it. Okay, I just have one small interview question. Sir, what is it, sir? I will tell you here. Okay, observe. Sir, which interview question, sir? I'll tell you. Now you have to quickly tell me option number one, integer array A. This is array declaration. Option number two, integer array A. Okay, option number three, integer array A. Now quickly tell me which array declaration is valid. Which array declaration is valid? First, second, third, or first and second, second and third, or all the three, or whatever it is. Think and tell me. Okay, I knew this, majority of you will write it correct, but I have thought only first one, correct? But you can declare an array in this way also, this way also, this way also. All are valid. Okay, it's an interview question. Which array declaration is valid? All of these. Okay, all of the above. Why? Because you can declare it in the first way also, second way also, third way also. But majority of the time, we follow the first one. If you could closely see the main method syntax, what is the main method syntax? See, it is string array of arguments. And you can give some array name also. You can give it a Z also. It will work fine. Okay, see, is it working fine? Yes, it's just an array name. So array name is, you're giving it as Z here. Okay, you can give any name. It's not always R. You can give my name also. See, Uday. I give it as Uday here. Will it work fine? Huh? It's just an array name. You can give any array name over here. It will work fine. Okay. So this, why does main method accept string array as an argument here? Because you have to explore on a topic called as command line arguments. we can pass the input to the main method only. We can pass the input to the main method only. How? We will talk about it in the coming days. Okay. This is all about the entire process, guys. Okay. And can I give you one assignment here? Okay. Only one assignment here. Sir, what is that assignment, sir? Okay. So that assignment is only one. Okay. Not many. You have to check the number of occurrences, okay, occurrences of a specific variable, okay, occurrences, okay, of a specific element. So imagine if your array is having 10, 20, 30, 40, okay, and 10 here, okay, imagine this is 20. So this is your array here, okay, this is your array here, okay, 20. Now I will tell how many times 10 has occurred. 10 has occurred only once. I want to check how many times 10 has occurred. So 10 has occurred only one time. If I tell 100, only 0. If I tell 20, it will be 2 times. So you have to check the number of occurrences of a specific element. So you'll have an array storing 10, 20, 30. Now we'll take element to be searched. Okay, element is 10. I want to check the element 10, how many times it has occurred? Only once. Done. I'm done with the program. Okay. Next you will check. Okay, if at all I check 100, 100 has occurred only 0 times. You will get the output as 0. Got the clarity? You have to write a Java program to find out the number of occurrences of a specific element in an array. Okay, now very, very, very easy. Okay, one for loop, one if condition. Ashte. Okay, one for loop and one if condition. So you have to work around with the data here. Got it here? Okay. Anyone having any confusions in today's session, guys? Quickly answer. Anyone having any confusions in today's session? Very good, very good, very good. Okay, so I have two announcements. Okay, I'll make sure I'll do this announcements here quickly. First one is you will not have any classes on weekends. Okay, because I'm not available. Okay, so tomorrow and day after tomorrow you won't have any session. Your next session will be on Monday. Okay, so the next session will be on Monday. Clear everyone here? And then, okay, and then here the next part over here is so what was I about to tell? I just forgot. 1 minute, 1 minute. I need to recall. Mock. Okay. First one, no weekend sessions on weekends. Your next session is on Monday. Second one, mock. Okay. Your mock might be on Tuesday. Okay. So timings I'll allocate here, and the mock topics will be the topics until I cover. I mean till I cover on Monday. So whatever I cover till Monday, all those topics will be there for mock. Okay, because I've given a lot of time here. Okay. So that's the reason. It's not till constructors. Okay. You have to study whatever concepts I covered till Monday. So everything will be there for mock here. Got it? So this weekend here, it's not that party time. You have to enjoy. Okay. Enjoyment is one side, but in the same time, I want you all to practice it as well. Okay. Because you're almost towards, completion of a lot of things. So make sure you study. Okay. Study and practice it. And one more thing I told you, the assignments for the students who have not submitted, I have told. Okay. And please do submit in the future sessions here. Okay. I mean, it's for your good. Okay. And for all the students who have done, there's one common part, you don't try to align your code properly. Okay. I am always of that category guy wherein I'll try to check if the code is looking good or not. Okay. See, you should have the interest. Okay. Looking at the code, you should feel, oh, there's something good in it. So make sure align your code properly. Okay. Do it in a beautiful way. Follow one structure. See, I'm not telling I'm the best here. There are many people who do it in a good way, but at least, it should look good here. Okay. So don't try, I have seen people doing here. They'll have one SOP statement such a long, right? It will be playing around here. Okay. The code will not be aligned here. It will be over here. Okay. This will be somewhere over here. Okay. This will be somewhere over here. See, it will all work fine here. Okay. It will all work fine. This is not great way of doing it. Okay. So try to align your code. Why? What is mistake over here? So one line, sufficient. See, it will work fine here. But try to do it in the most good way here. Okay. Try to align your code. Okay. And maintain that part. Okay. Done. Done, guys. Okay. We're pretty much done with the session here. Okay. So the next session will be on Monday. Okay. So great, guys. Okay. So we shall wind up a session for today and catch up on Monday. Okay. So thank you all. Take care. Bye bye. Happy weekend. Practice and study well for more. Okay. Bye bye.